Good morning and welcome back to another Money Wisdom sponsored by Johnson Brunetti. I'm Jalene Andrews. We are teaching you smart ways to manage your money, and joining us now with expert advice is Heath Grossman, certified financial planner and partner at Johnson Brunetti. Welcome back, Heath.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thanks for being here. Our topic today is 4 retirement obstacles to overcome, the major hurdles Americans face when trying to achieve financial stability in retirement. Let's get to our bullet points here. Number 1 is inflation.
Absolutely, right? Spending power, that's what it's all about in retirement, right? So for example, average price of gas right now, gallon in Connecticut is about $3.05. What was it 10 years ago? What was it 20 years ago? A lot less, right? So that just gives you an example of how things can inflate in price. And we've got to be able to give ourselves raises in retirement. We don't have an employer giving us raises anymore. We ought to be able to do that ourselves off of how we situate our investments and our income.
Sure, and something like inflation and gas prices could impact your travel, what you want to do in those regards. Let's get to our second bullet here. Number 2 is a lack of savings.
Yep, got to save up money for retirement, right? And I usually tell people that are younger, when I sit down with people that are younger, want to be saving somewhere between 10 to 15% of what you make. And if you do that for a long time, you should put yourself in a good position ultimately over the long run to build up a nice nest egg for yourself. Now, if you're someone that has not been doing that, I'm not here to shame you or say all is lost and you're doomed or anything like that. At this point in life, like if you're getting closer to retirement, it's the time to start to put together a retirement income plan. And you can work backwards and say, okay, if I haven't done a good job saving, what do I need to do now going forward to build up a little bit more for myself? And it's also not about, I'm not the type of person that says, everyone needs to have a certain amount of money to retire. It's all about income and expenses, right? Everyone's number is different.
All right, and it's never too late to start saving. Third is personal debt.
Sure, don't want to have a bunch of debt when you go into retirement. Mortgage debt, not so bad as long as it's reasonable, but certainly consumer debt, if you have a lot of that, right, that's not a good thing in retirement. So hopefully trying to work towards that and chip away at that debt ahead of retirement would be a good thing.
All right, and lastly here, the 4th and final obstacle is healthcare costs.
Sure, fact of life. Got to have health insurance, got to have health care, especially at that point in your life. And that's another thing from an inflation standpoint. If we think about the cost of health care and how much that is inflated over time, right? We got our Medicare premium, maybe a Medicare supplement, out-of-pocket costs. We got to be able to keep up with those expenses in retirement. So it's very important to build that also into your retirement income plan.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about, and this week's book offer is called The State of Retirement. People can access this for free, State of Retirement. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, sure. This is going to give you a little bit of help on some of the things that we talked about this morning. How you are situated for retirement. What are the things that you need to think about as you're getting closer and closer?
All right, wonderful. Heath, thanks so much for your time this morning.
Absolutely.
All right, and again, that is MoneyWisdomTV.com. For CT Buzz, I'm Jalene Andrews. We'll see you next time.